According to a statesman in northern Nigeria, he said, "We worked with Buhari for 14 years and made plans for Nigeria, but he abandoned us." Galadima. During an interview on Arise News, the former National Secretary of the Congress for Progressive Change (CPC) party, Buba Galadima, has narrated what transpired between him and President Muhammadu Buhari. Buba Galadima was an ally of President Buhari for many years, and he served as the National Campaign Secretary of the Buhari Organization (TBO). Nigerian politician Buba Galadima is popularly known for saying, "No politician has ever suffered the kind of calamities I went through in the country. I was arrested, detained, and harassed about 38 times, and I never changed. Even under such pitiable conditions, I stood my ground as a patriotic lawyer and honest Democrat." Galadima explained during an interview on Arise News that he and some other politicians made plans with President Muhammadu Buhari to take Nigeria forward, but they were thrown out and replaced by people they had previously criticized. Speaking during his interview, Buba Galadima asked, "Where are the think tanks that were with Muhammadu Buhari for 14 years? Our leader, Alhaji Sule Yahaya Ama, is the most intelligent and outstanding Nigerian that I have worked with. A lot of people say I wasn't invited to govern because I spoke against the president, but did Alhaji Sule Yahaya Ama speak against the president? No." Explaining further, Buba Galadima said after Muhammadu Buhari became Nigeria's president, he threw us out along with the programs we developed together with him during our 14 years in the trenches. The programs we developed with President Buhari during those 14 years were intended to take Nigeria to a higher level. After throwing us out, President Buhari brought in people who knew nothing about how he became a politician. Buba Galadima claims that he is ashamed today concerning some of the statements he made against the People's Democratic Party (PDP) some years ago. Speaking further on the issue, Buba Galadima said, "All of us were thrown out by President Muhammadu Buhari, and those we criticized in the PDP were brought in to take over the government. So how can you expect change?" When asked if he and others who were thrown out did not foresee the development, Buba Galadima stated that they erroneously believed that they would be key actors to direct the path forward when Muhammadu Buhari becomes president. Galadima, however, claims that they did not know that Buhari was only waiting to throw them out. He also pointed out that the thinking of a military man is dictatorial while politicians negotiate. Can you hear that? The last word, which says the thinking of a military man is dictatorial while politicians negotiate, which is true. If Buhari was a politician, he would have negotiated with the so-called agitators, or listen to Nigerians of their cry towards the betterment of the country. Well, so many people have been reacting towards what Galadima has just said. Well, this man is a scam. Out of the whole positive idea you gave to him, Buhari, you were unable to mention one. He abandoned you because your idea were evil. Okay, that's someone's opinion. No, don't comment like that. You would remember that PMB wife Aisha Buhari said that Buhari had been hijacked by those who didn't participate in his campaign and struggled to success, which is true. Because when Aisha Buhari was complaining that the people that made Buhari became president that struggled with him during the campaign days, during the election days, when Buhari got to office, he abandoned them truly. Okay, what of Tinubu? Did he carry Tinubu along? Tinubu that even stood as the party chairman, he didn't carry Tinubu along. That's a good example. So if you are saying Buhari did not, Galadima has evil plan is zero, safe for me. And in other words, see what is happening to Nigeria now as it is. Buhari is not even acting well. Oshibajo has been kept mute. Nothing to write home about Oshibajo. Okay, I talked about Tinubu also. Abandoned Tinubu. So many issues about Buhari and the so-called Buhari. The wife also, Buhari has abandoned his wife because someone says that is this the same Buhari we voted for in 2015? Okay, reacting to this, what the person said that Galadima is a scam. Someone says the man is not a scam. I like his spirit. He stood up for what he believes. It is Buhari who is a scam. He is already doing what he did to this man that stood with and helped him to Tinubu and all those that stood with him and spent their money. For him to become the president, he had a wicked agenda. After losing election for 14 years, we can now see the evils he is now doing to Yorubas who helped him to win election after losing multiple times. A very wicked man that does not like anyone. But the way he is going by committing genocide against other southern tribes, it seems international court prison will be waiting for him after his tenure. Baba Galadima is economical with the truth. When he held sway at CPC, he substituted many candidates' names to INEC, which made the party to lose so many candidates in Katsina State at House of Representatives. Buhari then parted ways with such a character. Well, it's okay. Everybody has their own opinion, but Buhari's Galadima knows the president's office. He should go there and let the president settle him instead of running to the press with complaints. I believe Galadima had spoken to the deaf president several times in the past to no avail. Just observe what he is doing to Tinubu, the Yorubas, the Igbos, and other well-intentioned politicians that brought him to power. The man's evil agenda is mainly to bring unlearned, uneducated, cow-brained Fulanis above the other indigenous people of Nigeria. That's the thought of so many people on this. Well, I know you two have your own opinion, but before then, let's continue with some little comments. Well, I will expect your comments and your grief towards this action of Mr. Buhari. This man has never been happy because he was not given the post of agriculture minister. I remember the first he was granted. You will pity this man when the post eluded him. He says you pity the man when the post eluded him. He and some of his people later formed Reformed APC, which is RAPC. He didn't succeed. Then he started taking rudely to the president and his government. When he failed with that also, he joined the PDP team. Even in his word, he couldn't deliver his word. Yet, I think one of his children is in this government. Okay. Anyway, as someone have suggested, he should contest and see popularity. If he's ready, I will believe him. Bunch of idiots from stupid people and empty vessel. Well, all I can say is that these people from the north are not worth living with, and that is why I support regional emancipation in Nigeria, to be precise, referendum. Well, that is what's going to happen. Even the southern governors have already said it, that if they would not allow the south to produce a president, then separation is what is next.